Hello everybody, Invizible here, and today we are gonna actually be telling a story. So I hope you guys enjoy this interesting story. Okay, let's start off telling a story. It was just me and my friends one day. We were just hanging out at one dude's house. It was pretty cool, pretty lit. Billy, well, let's give these guys names: Billy, John, and of course, Peter. Why not? So Billy and John have been to this abandoned building before and suggested we go there tonight. Well, not tonight, that day, because it wasn't nighttime, but go that day. And we were like, yeah, sure, seems cool. If Billy suggested it, I wouldn't have went because Billy's not the brightest one. Keep that in mind. He's younger than us, so it's fair. But yeah, they suggested we go. So me and Peter agreed, of course, and we all hop on our bikes and leave. Because we just tell his parents, hop on our bikes, get out of there, gone. So we just pedal on our way there, riding down hills. Keep in mind, we don't have any helmets on. We probably should have, honestly, because mostly where we bike, it was private roads. That's why we didn't have our helmets. Also, we never use our helmets. Like, who does, really? When you're a kid. No. But, so we're on our way to this abandoned building. And then we pull up to the driveway of it after, miles of biking. And it's, or maybe a mile, probably. I don't know, but it was uphill, downhill, so it was fun, but really hard work to pedal up those hills. And keep in mind, I do not have the best bike. I didn't at the time. I don't even have a bike now. But, so yeah, we're just going to this, and we go in the driveway. You have to basically, crawl. We hide our bikes first in the tall grass so no one sees us. Because my one friend says we're supposed to be there, but his word isn't always something you should trust, I guess. It's not the most trustworthy of dudes. So we go there. We have to kind of crawl under something, duck under something, and then to get to this abandoned building. Because it's only pathway. I don't know, something's blocking. It's I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a big metal object. So we go there, and then you see this building, and then you see a whole bunch of cars outside of it. And it's pretty, this building's pretty trashed. You can tell, these cars are pretty old. It's a really old building. There's spray paint outside of gangs and other stuff, just random things. And then we find the door, we go inside, it's broken, of course, and then the door is already open from previous people going there, because a lot of people went there before. And then we just see a bunch of stuff on the floor. We start exploring around. We find an office with checks and a bunch of cool little office stuff from 1900s and I think early or late 1800s. I don't even know. This is really old. All I know is it closed. It was a closed building. I'm not sure if it was I think it was a factory of some sorts, because there's tools in that place, everything. So we go back into the main room. There's a bunch of tools. We search that, but we try not to touch stuff because we're dumb. We didn't bring any gloves or anything. We're not trying to touch that. So I was, of course, using a sleeve and trying to open stuff. And most of my friends opened it because I didn't want to touch that. So Peter opened some stuff. We find a bunch of cool tools and stuff like that. And then we just started kind of looking around and be like, oh, this is cool. And then there's a truck in the building. I don't really know what kind of it. It's just small. It's old in there. And it's all wrecked. And my friend Billy goes on about how he once drove it. And there's no way out of that thing. If you drove it, that's insane. Or maybe he started up somehow and found a key. But I highly doubt after over 100 years it would start up. I think it was 100. No, it was probably 6 years, actually, I think. I don't know. That place closed sometime in the 1900s. So I think it was like 1960. I actually have no idea. Well, it doesn't matter really. But he tried lying and saying that. But Billy was 12 at the time. So this happened a while back. No one believed him, really, because he was not really a trustworthy dude. He was always getting in trouble. He got caught stealing before, smoking weed, of course, and yeah, he's just not the brightest. No one really listens to him when it comes to that sort of stuff. So, like, yeah, right. And then one of my friends just start throwing stuff in the air to see if he can stick it in the ceiling, because it was a bet. So we got like a pointed thing, throws it up in the ceiling, and then everyone just starts throwing it up in the ceiling and shouting something before, not too loudly, but saying something, I guess, before they throw it. So you know they're throwing it, like duck or watch out. And then they just started throwing stuff up, and after almost hitting somebody, still don't stop. There's probably like 20 things up in the ceiling now. And then one thing actually fell back down. And that was, wow. And then keep in mind there's also lights on the ceiling. So, not the smartest thing to do. But finally, we just kind of stop. Well, me and Peter kind of stop. We look around when John and Billy are just still throwing stuff up there. And then John basically throws one up when I'm right behind him, smashes a light. And this light, we're pretty sure there's like poisonous gas in there, because these are really old lights, keeping that in mind. And we never actually knew, but we just ran out of there because of it, because my friend's like, these probably have poisonous gas. We dipped. I don't know if that's true, but we dipped out of there, and then we grabbed our bikes because it made a big shattering sound. There's glass everywhere. We got out of there, went back on the path with a bunch of cars and weird, creepy stuff that we never explored, because, you know, that would have been real creepy. We didn't want to do that. It would have been gross. But we duck back under, grab our bikes, make sure no one's, like, coming, and then we dip. We just pedal as fast as we can out of there. And as we're pedaling, we see cops with sirens going to that place after a little bit, and then bam, that's when it hit us. We're so lucky, but that's not where the story ends. Just don't click off yet. We keep on going, and then the one cop with no lights just is going really slow by us, and we're like, oh no. And he starts speeding up, put his sirens on, and then another cop comes. He pulls us over after we thought we got it away with this, and the coast is clear. Because we had no intention of doing anything dumb. I didn't know that my friends were going to do that. They were dumb. I'm not even friends with most of these dudes now. I talk to like one of them still, but no, we're not even friends. And yeah, my friend, so we just got pulled over for doing I did nothing really wrong. I threw one thing up and I missed. I didn't even get it stuck in the ceiling. I missed. And it fell on the floor. Nothing broke, just misplaced. And of course, I was exploring the place, so I probably touched some things. I don't know. But yeah, and maybe I don't think it's really trespassing. I mean, he said he had permission to be there, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, the cop just pulls us over and asks us a bunch of questions like, what's our names and were we over there? And we're like, no, we're not. And they're like, no one asked even what happened over there, so we're just like, no. And then yeah, and then the cop asks all of our information and stuff, and we give it to him. Well, somewhat. We gave him as much information as we could. We didn't give him really all of it like we were supposed to, but yeah. So we do that, and then the cop goes, what are you guys doing out here? And no one knew anything. It was just like sudden silence. I swear you could hear crickets. Like, no one had an answer. And of course, after a minute, I spoke up because I thought someone else would. And I was like, yeah, we're just riding the hills because it's riding the hills with our bikes, of course. And then, like, yeah, okay. That was a good excuse. And then Billy speaks up out of nowhere when he didn't have to. He's like, yeah, it's fun riding the hills. He explained it more on... He's explained it more, I meant. Not explained it more on. Oh my god, okay. But he explained it more, and then basically, we just kind of go about it. I was like, oh my god, this dude is going to get us arrested. He's going to get us in trouble. And, you know, the cop didn't worry about that. And then the cop was like, so you didn't even pull in, you didn't do anything, you weren't there for a second. And then Billy's like, yeah, because I was like, no, we just stopped in one driveway at one point, but it was just like right here, just to get breath. And then Billy thought, of course, I was talking about something else, I think, or maybe he was just dumb and just confessed right there, kind of. But he was like, no, we just stopped in the driveway over there where the abandoned place is, and he didn't have to say that at all. Keep this in mind. He did not have to say that. He's giving them way more than information than they're even asking. Talking when the cop didn't ask him a question and interrupting people. Like, bro. So we keep on telling this cop information because he's asking. And then, of course, Billy offers to show him his bag because Billy and John are wearing a bag. John actually has like spray paint and stuff in his bag, like similar to he vandalized. Like, the cop would not think highly of that. I don't know why he had it. It wasn't anything bad. I know we were using it earlier to spray paint something. Not important, but yeah, we spray painted something earlier. We didn't spray paint anything at this abandoned building though. So I was like, okay. But Billy had just food in his bag. I don't know why he offered to even show him the cop the bag. The cop didn't ask. He didn't even seem concerned about it. And the cop was like, okay, well, only if you want to. Like, this is your choice. And I was like, Billy was like, yeah, okay. And shows him that he has, like, a tortilla, like, soft shell in his bag. I don't know why he did. Like, this food is disgusting. And then one of my friends even tried it. He threw up, and he kept on throwing up the rest of the day. I'm not sure what for, but, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, and that was hilarious, honestly. He just started throwing up because of it earlier, so that did not go well. And we were just cracking jokes right when the cop was there, like, yeah, the food's disgusting. I didn't try it myself because I was like, I'm not trusting food out of a bag, first off. And I don't even like that stuff. So I don't like tacos. I'm sorry, guys. Some are okay, but no. Not the point of the story. So he checks his bag, nothing there. He just kind of looks in it. He doesn't really dig around. And yeah, he looks in. It's like a little kid's bag, so it's really small. Keep in mind, he was 12 at the time, and this bag apparently was not when he was like 9. It was like I don't even know what it was. It was just like a little kid's bag. Like something you'd imagine on a kindergartner. Like nothing you'd want to deal with. So yeah, he checks his bag, and then he's like, yeah. And then the cop's like, just kind of confused and asking us random questions and kind of repeating himself like you weren't there. And another cop comes, a sheriff actually, pulls up because he sees this one, and he's starting whispering to this other cop. We had no idea what they were talking about. They were just asking us questions, and because they were just trying to get us for something. Like, we were just like, no. Because we did not want to mess up, do anything. Because I actually didn't do anything. I didn't lie that whole time. Except the riding the hills thing. I mean, it is fun. We did kind of plan on doing it. So that wasn't the whole reason. We just did that to the trip, I guess. That was kind of the journey way. So we had to do that. But anyways, yeah, that's why I told him. And the cop just finally, one says to another, well, whispers, and then the one who actually pulled us over goes, well, we can't, like, do anything about this. We don't have any proof against them. And that's when I was like, yes, we made it. We're finally free in my head. And then after that, they're just kind of leaving and just saying thanks for the help. And then right before the cop goes, they're like, wear your helmets, because we're not wearing any helmets. And then Billy goes on, well, I was like, yeah, we forgot it. Billy goes on about, oh, he cracked his helmet in half, and he couldn't find his other helmet, and I don't know what he was even talking about. He was going on and on and on. Like, he asked you a simple question, you just could have said you forgot it. And the cop's like, yeah, just wear it next time, guys, and be careful and be safe, and just don't do anything dumb. Of course, I'm pretty sure they kind of knew, and Billy was being really suspicious, so honestly, I'm glad we kind of got away with it. We just pedaled after that. We got away. Because we're, like, driving on the side of the road, basically, pedaling. So it was safe. Just dumb. Unsafe. And then we just pedal as fast as we can, get out of there, and we were just talking about how lucky we were to just escape that situation. And I was honestly glad, relieved, so many words. And we're just kind of just like yelling at Billy, like, because Billy didn't have to say any of that stuff. It's like, yo, let's never do that again. And then Billy, of course, mentions, let's go there tomorrow. And I'm like, well, just like, bro, we never, just no. And then, John goes, yeah, we're never going back there. Forget about that place. It's dead to us. We don't know about it. We never seen it before. We never heard of that place. And we were like, don't tell your friends. Because we're mostly just basically yelling at Billy. Because Billy isn't a loudmouth. He'll tell anything. He'll brag about anything. Even if it's dumb stuff. Like, he's gotten in trouble. Like, he's like, yeah, I just smoke weed. My parents let me smoke weed. And stuff like that. And I'm like, keep in mind, I don't smoke. I just hang out with these people. Probably not the best choice. But, of course, Billy is always has been one to get in trouble. He's dumb. He tells people about stuff he probably shouldn't. And yeah, we're just basically yelling at Billy. We tell him to forget about that place. We go back to our friend's house and just forget anything ever happened. We kind of just split up after that. After we leave the friends. Because we just kind of want to, if it makes sense, not be stuck in a crowd. Because, like, if the cop comes back or asks questions again to further pursue it, because they know relatively where he lives. Some of us lied about address. Well, one of them, Billy, lied about his address. And that's funny. But I said I didn't know my address. Because, some kids don't. I kind of knew it. I just said, but I kind of told him where I lived. Like, you could find it easily from my description. Because I didn't realize my house was the only color house of that on that street. I told him what street, I just didn't tell him what number. So whatever, guys. But that's going to do it for the story. I'm so glad we didn't get arrested. So close to it, though. Like, Billy needs to learn to shut up. No offense, Billy, if you're watching this, you know your real name. All these names in the video are fake. Or are they? Who knows? But yeah, they are. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you could smash that like button, that would be amazing. And subscribe if you're new, if you like the story. And of course, share this video with friends. I'm out of here. Goodbye. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the